Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and an intuitive card reader. I'm here this evening to do the 5-card spread using the Oceanic Tarot deck for the sign of Taurus the Bull. Now, what you just seen me doing for any of you that are new, that is an indigenous smudge. It is a mixture of sweetgrass that grows wild on my property and sage. When it is burned, it clears out the energies, removes any tired, dark, heavy, oppressive, stale energies and vibrations. It cleans out 95% of the airborne bacteria in the home as well. It's an indigenous custom that is very highly sacred, sweetgrass is, to all North American indigenous peoples. Let's see here. For those of you that are new, this is my Oceanic Tarot deck that I use for my online readings. That you take 5 cards from 78 card deck, and it is written by Jane Wallace, and the illustrations are by Jane Delaford Taylor, to give credit for that deck of cards. And I pull 5 from it, and then I pull 1 significator from a different deck, my deck of tarot. That's your significator at the very end. So in all, there are 6 cards. Book of Tarot is created by Bridget Reed, illustrations by Colin Howard. I'd like to take a moment to just thank you for your subscriptions, thank you for your views, and coming back time and time again to visit here to see what the cards are up to and what they are bringing forth and foremost to your attention in your life. I'd like to say thank you for your shares and any likes and anything like that you're doing, and leaving comments below the videos. Love that as well. Also like to say that this is a general reading, which may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. That's for people that are new. If you'd like a private personalized reading, I do offer that service. All that information as well can be found below, just below the subscription button in the description box. A lot of descriptions going on there. Just read through it once, and then you send me off an email. What you get for your money is pretty much like what you see right here, only the spread is much larger. Most readings, personal readings, last about an hour long. My camera records up to 1 hour. If I go over the hour, there's never any extra charge for that or anything like that. But you will get 2 videos, part 1 and part 2 of your reading. When it is complete and ready to be viewed, I give you the link to the reading. It takes you into a very private YouTube window where nobody can see that but you. And you get to view that as many times as you'd like and review it. I don't remove the video, so you can go back a month from now and review and listen to it again if you'd like to do that. All right, so I think that's about it. Bear with me one moment. I just got a little... Cheers. Cheers. I didn't realize it was so late. It's 12:59 a.m., almost 1 a.m. So the tea is much needed. Keep me going. Keep me alert. Okay. Again, for those of you that are new, I lay out 5 cards from the Oceanic Tarot. Each card has a significant placement. First card is the overall energy of the reading. Second card is your wealth and finance. Third card, heart, love, romance. Fourth card, your challenges for the month of October. And your 5th card, your message from spirit. Then we do the significator at the very end. So the very first card that I pulled for you, Taurus, in this overall reading, is the High Priestess. She's all about intuition. Okay. So when this card appears, the advice is to keep your thoughts and your feelings to yourself right now. It's not a safe time to becoming opinionated or boisterous or having that kind of in-your-face kind of attitude with the people that are around you right now. It's not a good time to do that. Listen to your intuition right now as well. This is a time for learning, and this is the wise woman of the ocean, so you should heed what she is telling you right now, Taurus. Your keywords are wisdom, secrets, discretion, tenacity, teachings, vision, and dreams. Right now, the overall energy of this card is better in the bigger picture for you to kind of like zip it up for now. You can always voice your opinion down the road. Right now, the energies aren't good for that. There could be fallout from that you weren't expecting. Irreparable fallout. Be very careful. The next card that I pulled for you in your position of wealth and finance, money, is the Nine of Wands. It's all about defense. It's all about defense. And wands are about practical things, like your bank account. Now, I had this card earlier. They tend to, it's like Spirit is sending out a mass message to all the signs when you start getting the cards repeatedly like this. I just had this card in the previous reading for Aries. It's Nine of Wands, about defense. Right now, you're feeling, some of you are feeling very, very, very determined. You're feeling challenged as well. Some of you are giving up a lot of sacrifices and hard work. You're feeling very protective right now and very rigid about this protection. And the thing that's driving you right now is a fear, and the fear that I feel that I should tell you is a fear of loss, a fear of losing your job, a fear of losing money, the bank account shrinking. These are your fears, not your reality, but they are your fears. They're not reality yet. The advice of this card, is to protect what is yours and free up your thinking. Create some mental space for plans for the future. The Nine sees you exerting yourself, being overly protective over your job, over your property, defending your actions to some, due to sacrifices of the past. You may feel a need to, you're feeling defensive right now. Some of you are working on something and people are beginning to question your motives, question your final goal, what's your aim, what's the bigger picture. And you are feeling defensive and you're very determined. Some people are, for some of you, not being as supportive as you'd like them to be, and you're taking it very personal. Hence comes this card comes popping in again. Okay? You can't run off at the mouth. To be quite blunt about it right now, it's not a good idea. Not at all. Something's going to happen that's going to knock the wind out of your sails if you do that. Something that never ever occurred to you. That if you gave your opinion about something, um, sometimes that saying, walk softly and carry a big stick, can apply to a whole different realm in different parts of life. And it can mean things like, and you'd be very, very right to feel this way. But what I'm feeling to tell you is that some of you, your work is very noble. It really is. Your goals are noble. And you've just got some naysayers that are sitting on your shoulder. Oh, well, what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Well, what's that all about? Well, why are you bothering with that for? Well, that's just crazy. That's just a waste of time. This is where the determination comes in. You're going to prove everybody wrong, come hell or high water, one way or the other. You will prove people wrong. But right now, your biggest fear, for some of you, is working a lot of overtime on your job, trying to keep the money flow growing. You don't want to be stagnant. You don't want to be stuck at, let's say, you make, $750 a week. You don't want to be stuck there forever. It's not for you. I'd be happy to have $750 a week. That'd be fine by me. But I'm just a figure. And for some of you, you say that's just not going. That's just not going to cut it. I need to be making more money. I need to have my money grow. And if I have to near kill myself working to do that, I'm going to do that. There's that strong determination that comes through. But some people are saying you're crazy. What are you doing? Slow down. Back off a little bit. And you're saying, you know what? You put your head down. You're working away. And you're going, this is my free choice. This is my choice, and I have the freedom to go this way and to do this. And this way I'm going to go. And you keep your head down. It's the best you can do right now, the cards are telling you. And don't really fight back. You can defend what you're doing, but don't go overboard with it. Watch your words. They're very cutting. Even though you're the one under attack, it could be the other person that gets hurt worse than you do. Okay. The third card that I pulled for you is the King of Pentacles. This is all about trust. And it fell in your love and your heart and your romance sector. King of Pentacles. It's all about trust. Mama needs a drink. I make a hot, fresh cup of tea when I sit down to a reading at this time of night. By the time I get back to it, it's ice cold. It's just lukewarm now. Sometimes this is the you card. Okay? This is you, Taurus. This is a man who is ambitious. He's trustworthy and protective. Protective. He commits to a project of or a relationship right to the very end. He holds on and he doesn't let go. He commits to a project for some of you right now. I'm not sure what's going on there, but there's a big commitment to a project. Relationships, one has walked away, and you, this is the you card. You're all about endurance and tenacity and the bigger picture. Some of you are still holding on and you're alone holding on. Sometimes this is a person who's a powerful business owner or a leader with a hands-on attitude. And as the you card in the reading, he represents generosity and love. Your gains are shared with those that you love. The advice is to protect what's yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Keywords are money and protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. Some of you right now are in a bit of denial. Because of the staying power of the Taurus. Taurus makes a commitment. It's usually for the long haul. It's always about the bigger picture, not the immediate gratification. They have a tendency to have the ability to look and see a very clear picture when they're looking at the bigger picture in life. And when they make the commitment and somebody else pulls out and away from the commitment that they've made, Taurus has a hard time dealing with that and a hard time letting go of that. Right now, some of you are still in that mode of there's always that hope and that flash of a chance that things could change back. You're so sure of it that you won't let go of it. And for some of you, that may be true. I show you helping somebody else out, helping them up the ladder, not literally, figuratively, doing what you can to help somebody up the ladder. As far as romance goes right now, Taurus, what I just said about holding on to a commitment that's long gone and it's really over with because you're all alone in it. I'm not seeing any, and I feel nudged to say it, so don't get mad at me, but I don't see any real, not immediately, not for the next month maybe, month or two maybe. I'm not seeing big new relationships forming or new loves coming into anyone's life at the moment because the time is just not right. There's too much other stuff going on. You mentally and emotionally do not have the room to bring anybody else on board in your life at the moment. There's too much. You have some things that you need to deal with and clear out of the way. You got to have a bit of a just this yeah, I won't call it, it's not a mess. It's just a confusion of life around you right now. You need to clear that out. Otherwise, people are not going to get to know the real you and who you are, especially if these are new people coming in. You're almost meeting you at a disadvantage. So be careful about that. So the fourth card, which is in your position of challenges for October, Taurus, is the Nine of Pentacles. It's about gratitude. It's about gratitude. The card is advising you that if you're in the position to do so, to devote more time and money into your own personal interests and into your home as well. And the card is advising as well for you to appreciate the good things that you have right now Now's the time to do that. For some reason, some of you are going to have a problem with that because of this, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's just this energy of stuff going on around you. Um, and then the cards are saying you need to sort through everything so that you can enjoy and appreciate what you have right now. But there's some nudges and there's some glitches in the way that are little roadblocks here and there, and paths that don't lead to anywhere, but nothing but confusion. This crazy, crazy circle and pathway that you keep finding yourself on, and you keep coming out at the same end, which is no end. It doesn't seem to be any end. There's no point A to point B. It's just this continuous road of confusion. Right now, though, the good things you have going on for you, you have some luxury, a little more than usual. You have a little more leisurely time as well. Maybe not as much as you'd like to have. Um, you've got your home in good stead. You have a feeling of abundance right now in certain areas of your life, and you have a feeling of independence, and you're feeling very, very generous. Um, your keywords are leisure, luxury, indulgence, garden, home, or self. Make your space comfortable and relax. And I feel a nudge for some of you are going to be a bit of a um, not a renovation, not even a redecorating, changing around to the home for the winter months. You want you've got this urge. You want to make it warmer, more cozy, more welcoming. You're telling yourself that you're going to have more company, more visitors over the winter months, and you want to make sure people are going to be comfortable. Excuse me. Your challenges are to slow down, clean up those little clutters that are hiding the breaks in that road I just told you about, because the breaks are there. There's little exits and entries. You're not seeing them because of the clutter that's going on in your life right now, and you need to clear things out, and only you can do that because you have a lot of good things going on for you right now. Your challenge is to recognize that for the month of October. You need to look for that. But remember, keep quiet and don't be so quick to give you fast opinions, because you are going to offend some people, and there's going to be backlash from that if you're not careful. So your message from Spirit is the fifth card in the Oceanic Tarot spread. It is the Queen of Wands, and she's all about passion. This queen, when she shows up, is very passionate. She's very talkative and very dynamic. She leads by example. She wants the other people around her at this time to fulfill their own potential, and she's there to help them do that. She speaks from the heart. Commitments around her are very vital. She finds that people are closed off from their emotions. They're extremely frustrating. Sometimes, again, this is the U card once again. It's shown up twice here, Taurus. Um, the Queen is suggesting that it's time to honor your talents. The advice of this card is to follow your intuition, to make the best decisions in relationships, work, and projects. Keywords: leadership, creativity, intuitions, strength, relationships, and integrity. Um, the relationship thing is only for a few of you. The ones that are, because Taurus will hold on. Taurus is faithful to the end. And they'll think, the other person that has moved on, that maybe they don't know what they're doing, and they want to leave the door open for second chances, even though the person walked, if there's a chance that they can walk back in. The door will be left open for that. But Taurus will only wait so long as well. That's the way you are. You'll be very devoted for the next little while, but then when it's done, and it's over, and you will move on. That's why there's no new relationships walking in right now, because you won't allow them in. That's filling your love in your heart sector, your romance sector. And that's what's going on, because subconsciously you're the one that's doing this. There's no room for anybody right now until you put this one to bed, type of thing. And as meaning, putting an end to it. It's over. It's done with, locking it up and throwing the key away. Okay, so your significator that I drew for you is the Seven of Swords. This is your significator. And just let me get my book on that. Let's see here. All right. The Lord of Futility represents the times in life when we feel too overwhelmed and doubtful to act decisively towards our problems. We tend to shy away when we feel that way. The cards are saying, that card is saying, you're shying away and you're saying, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I don't have the energy. I don't want to. I don't. This is the last thing I want to do, is to deal with these things. Normally this card will appear when there are difficult decisions to be made, or when situations arise that require that we take action. We are weary, feeling overstressed, and helpless, so we do nothing. As a result, of course, things will inevitably get worse. So, okay, here's my nudge. Here's what I've got to say. I'll tell you what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing. Is some of you Taurus right now, you're suffering from emotional burnout. There's been burnout. Too many deeply personal upheavals going on right now for you to, the words baby steps comes to mind right now for me, in regard to you, baby steps. So, as the card said, feeling overwhelmed, if you do things in baby steps, that diminishes that, so that, it's that expression of, how do you eat a whole elephant? Well, it's one bite at a time. If you eat an elephant one bite at a time, you'll eat the elephant all right. You'll get through it. That's a metaphor. I'm not talking about really eating elephants. I love elephants. Don't think that. It's a metaphor. And it's for problems that have to do with being overwhelmed and too much. It's too much to take on. It's too much to handle. I don't want to deal with this. This is bigger than me, and I just can't handle this. I can't. And the fear creeps in, and you freeze up, and when you freeze up, and you're frozen in fear, guess what? Nothing gets done. Nothing gets taken care of. But right now, I think, Taurus, for those of you going through these major life changes, you need to just rest for a little bit to absorb what's going on around you and the happenings in your life. If you can do that, you will do it in baby bites. Eat that elephant one little bite at a time. It's a slow go that way, but at least you're dealing with things. And as I said, not much happening in the romantic sector because you're still dealing with the last one. For those of you that have gone through any relationship breakups or anything like this, you're not ready to close the door on it yet. You're afraid to, because you know what you're like, Taurus. When you do close the door, it's a done deal. So Taurus, there's your reading for October 2016. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. You're going to want to stick around and come back in a couple weeks' time when the mid-monthlies for October are done for the sign of Taurus and all the other 11 signs of the zodiac as well. I want to thank you for now. Thank you. You can tell it's late. I'm getting all tongue-tied. 1:20 in the morning now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to stop and view the video and to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm really dead tired tonight. A virtual visit with me, spending this time here during this reading. I appreciate you taking the time to do it. I really do. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So hopefully we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Until then, from my heart to yours, sending out hope And I hope you got some hope from the reading. That's what it's all about. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll hope to see you back here in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you and goodbye.